Hey everyone, welcome to our first ever Quake Champions community team stream. If you're new to the stream, well, everybody's new to this stream. I am obviously not Tim Willits. You are obviously not Adam Pyle.
I'm not.
I don't think so. You kind of got the little scruff going on that
I got to work on that.
Day,
yeah,
right?
I got to work on my beard.
But in case you have never seen us before and wondering who are these guys, I am your Quake Champions community manager, Andre Carlos, otherwise known as Mortal Emperor.
And I'm Joshua Boyle, otherwise known as Tokyo Punch-Out.
Yep, and we are both your community managers. So what is this stream all about? What are we doing here? What are we going to talk about today? We've got a lot to cover, actually. The purpose of the stream is it's going to be super casual, guys. We're just going to hang out. We're going to play some games, have some fun in Quake, talk to you guys. We've got chat going on, so we're going to be reading the chat. This is not pre-recorded, just for everybody out there who's always like, it's pre-recorded. It's never pre-recorded.
Yeah, no, I wish we had like our newspaper, like Back to the Future style to prove it.
No, because I can already see people in the chat. I saw like Maggie in there. I saw Idylliac in there. Who else is there? Mad Mentat is in here. Lots of people. So recognizing a lot of faces. A lot of people from Discord. A lot of people from Twitter.
Yeah.
PogChamp win. Jurassic Fire says. I don't know.
Drunky shoutouts, Discord, the whole family, the whole Quake family.
Yeah, there's Drunky. Okay, I was hoping Drunky would be in here. I was wondering if we were going to get any orb questions on this chat, which we can't answer, but just so you know, so we'll try to give you guys some stuff about what's been going on. Mm-hmm. There won't be a terrible amount of like new stuff coming up, but we have some. I mean, there's probably some stuff we can talk about. Yeah. I think we'll be safe to talk about certain things.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into it. Also, I need to put my glasses on because I'm like squinting over at chat and just being like, I can't read that far. Also, Quake 2 weapons, please. Dark Shadow Rage says yes. That's something we can talk about. So that's coming. I mean, we have the Quake 2 rail in there, and I want to get to the news, but I want to tell this story really quick because like that just sent me off on a tangent, and I think
tangents are good.
A tangent is good, right? And it's super funny. But we never got to talk about it. So all of you, if you have played since I believe it was the October patch, the October 5th patch when it actually happened, we have the Quake 2 railgun skin now actually has like the cool spiral trail.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in the patch notes, and everybody was kind of like even we here at the office and even at id, they were kind of like, yo, is that supposed to be in there? And we get a lot of players saying like it's not blue. Why is it not blue? So the reason it's not blue yet, it will be blue, is actually the dude who works on those effects. He put the spiral in. It got checked into the build, so the spiral is in there, but he took a vacation before making it blue. And like it wasn't supposed to get in there at all until it was blue. So now we have this really cool trail, and everybody's like, "Why isn't it blue? It's gonna be blue."
Right.
It just wasn't finished, and nobody knew what was going in there.
Yeah.
That's why it's not in the patch notes.
That's right.
But yeah, let's talk about the news. Speaking of patches, we had a brand new patch come out just yesterday.
That's right.
So
first of all, welcome to launch day for Wolfenstein 2.
Oh yes.
I know everybody's pretty pumped on that. It looks amazing. Congrats to Machine Games and id for another amazing title that we're all excited about. Mm-hmm. In of which we've got Terrorbilly, the super sweet outfit that he's wearing, and is also in the figurine and the limited edition version.
If you want to see what it looks like, what you're going to be getting in Quake Champions, if you have the Quake Champions on Steam, and if you buy Wolf 2 on Steam, you will get that outfit. Yeah.
Ta-da!
And you can actually get that figure if you buy the collector's edition of Wolfenstein 2. So if you actually want like the G.I. Joe sized figure, we've got ours. I'm gonna go home and pose that thing, man. I'm gonna put it with my. I'm gonna have him like fight my other figures. It's gonna be rad.
It's gonna be like Ultraman versus Terrorbilly for the rest of the evening. Yeah, and definitely once you guys start getting both those things installed and going, send us your Terrorbilly videos, send us your screenshots, because we'd love to see more of that. But the other biggest thing in that patch, there's a few more things we'll talk about, but the biggest thing was they had an issue where every single time a player respawned into any match, which you would feel more on higher populated maps like team deathmatch, sacrifice, and deathmatch, every single player would lose a single frame, which was not very noticeable in duel, but of course, yeah, like we just said, in deathmatch and sacrifice where there's constant death and carnage and fun happening at all times, it was kind of a big issue. So we're really happy to report that so far across the horn, everywhere around, sentiment looks really good through Discord, through BNet, the forums, Reddit. Everyone seems to say that they're getting a performance increase, which is awesome because we're doing all these things to try to optimize the core game and make it as fast and fun as humanly possible. So that was an awesome update for yesterday. Yeah. Really excited to bring that out. We got a couple more things in there too.
Yeah, well, just to touch on that really quickly. So a lot of people are asking what our focus is, and obviously it's really cool that we're so glad to be hearing that this patch has like some good performance improvements. I know that dropped frame at the start was like really kind of annoying. So that's gone, I think. If you're still seeing anything like that, please let us know.
Definitely.
But just to let you guys know, like all of the performance increases and enhancements and things like that, they're still ongoing. I want to make very clear that we know, especially being in community, we know that there's a lot of issues, still going on with players. We see all that feedback, we see all that sentiments, we read all your threads on the forums, we read all your threads on the QC subreddit. I saw someone in chat asking what is the Discord. We are actually verified now, so if you go to discord.gg/Quake, that's the official URL. You can hop in to get an invite to the Discord. But we see all that feedback and stuff, and we actually have meetings daily on a day-to-day basis with id. So I know there are some players out there who are like, especially in the chat, they're like, oh, the Westy just mentioned, like the rubber banding is a big one. Yes, it is. We play the game every day. The devs play the game every day. We see these issues too. But we want you guys to know that like this is our like laser focus on fixing these things, and it's taking, it's going to take time. There's a lot of, we talk about the bucket all the time. The bucket is very like, I wish we had a real bucket. We should get like a real bucket and just like punch some holes in it, and then like every time we fix a thing, we bring it out on the community stream, right, and just like slap some duct tape on it and just be like, boom, like that's fixed.
Patched it.
Right, patched it. But it's a holy bucket, it's got some leaks and we're fixing those. So just keep letting us know where you're seeing issues. Like I said, we talk to the team daily. We have daily design feedback on it. We had a design meeting this morning actually, which was pretty cool.
But yeah, no, we just to chime in on that, we definitely super appreciate you guys. Love you guys, and I mean, if you're here, you're family basically, because like Quake going all the way back to the first one, I mean, I've met a lot of really good and some best friends in clans, in old IRCs and everything else, and it's like we're just continuing that family and bringing everybody along and making this, as stable and consistent as Quake as every single iteration you remember from the first one to now. I mean, we're getting there, and we really appreciate your guys' patience and understanding, and just knowing that we're gonna get there together. But yeah, just to let you guys know we love you guys.
We're all gonna make it.
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
That was a very we're all gonna make it.
It's gonna be fine. Not charged. I don't know.
But yeah, no, like we've got you guys are an amazing community, which is why one of the reasons why we want to do these streams and just hang out with you guys, talk with you guys, see what you guys are saying in real time. But yeah, like it's still going. So.
Yeah, exactly. And
also, I saw all those things where people were like, Quake Champions being held to duct tape. Don't sleep on duct tape, man. Like duct tape will hold anything together. They patch up ships in the Navy with duct tape. Just to let you know.
Yeah, post-apocalypse, like I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what the #1 commodity is. Right. It's duct tape. Rebar is gonna be the ultimate killer, and duct tape is gonna be the ultimate lifesaver. Predictions.
Yeah.
Live in here.
Really quick before we get into actual gameplay, because we kind of like I want to get into actually playing the game here and hanging out with you guys. And by the way, like when we play, we're going to be live on the servers here, so jump in with us. Jump into matchmaking, and we might see you up here on the chat in game. Yeah, it should be a ton of fun. But really quick, we were both this past weekend at some events going on.
That's right.
I was at TwitchCon this past weekend, and you were at
DreamHack Denver,
man. Like,
which was a blast.
Dude, I saw Maggie in the chat. Shout outs to Maggie. Like, your tweets were keeping me alive because, like, I'm over here and I was having a ton of fun at TwitchCon. It was so cool meeting. Like, we had some new players who were super interested in Quake Champions, like streaming it. I met a lot of people who were just like, dude, like, I've been playing Quake for 20 years.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's our background. We've been playing Quake for a long time, which is why we're here, you know.
Exactly.
But it's it's like we had all these really cool people who were just so jazzed up and enthusiastic that we were out there talking about Quake, talking about, you know, streaming and all that stuff. We had this meet and greet going on. I'm actually, so to complement the Anarchy hair, TwitchCon had these pins. I don't know if y'all can see it, but like they had these pin packs, and this is a table flip. And isn't it just perfect? It's like flipping tables, and I was like, dude, I got the gold one out of a pack because it's like rare, and I'm like, yes, I have to wear this on stream.
Yeah.
But no, shout outs to Maggie again, because like Maggie was tweeting in real time like what was happening, and I was like, dude, I can't keep up with like what's going on at DreamHack. Joshua's at DreamHack right now. Who's winning? What's happening? And so I was like reading her Twitter, and I was just like, okay, all right, good. That's my lifeline. And I go back to talking to some awesome people at the streaming convention. But
yeah,
talk about DreamHack, dude. Like, man, I want to hear it like firsthand.
DreamHack was amazing. Like, honestly, the whole team, like DreamHack's team for Denver was awesome, super efficient. As you guys, I'm sure, appreciated on the fact that stream was on schedule, which is, as everyone knows, a super hard thing for it to do. But no, we took over this whole stadium where basically we were on one side, CSGO was on another, and Halo was on the other. But our stage was beautiful. Basically, God, like where to start? There was so many good matchups. Every single matchup for Duel, for Sacrifice was amazing. And this was the tournament for upsets. For the first time in a long time, there was, because, you know, there's always the NA versus EU argument, right? Like, who's got better players, who's got the better team. And at the Quake World Championship at QuakeCon this year, EU was strong. They were strong.
They were.
They came and they brought their game, and it was hard to mess with. But it was fun, man, because this one you really didn't know every single matchup what was going to happen. I mean, Dewey has come so far, as everyone who's been watching. Shout outs to Dewey. Dewey ended up so close. Garpy came out of nowhere from the UK. Like, him and Sparty have had some of the best close matches you can ever watch. If you watch back to the qualifiers, and Garpy got all the way to the end. Razy, the Hungarian, just playing out of his mind, just playing so well. And you know, it was a big deal because that patch that basically made the Lightning seemingly a little bit nerfed, but less overpowered in a good way. Right. All players agreed that it was positive, but you know, they didn't have a lot of time to be able to play. Like, they were playing day of the tournament to sort of warm up. Right. So that was a big deal.
That came out on Wednesday.
It did.
The tournament was on Saturday, so it was just like.
But just to show the effectiveness of just good practice. I mean, Razy has been known for his LG. His LG is amazing. And even though it seemingly got nerfed, like, go back and watch those videos. Like, the way that he uses it.
I got a lot. This weekend is like, man, a lot of stuff came out this weekend.
There's a ton.
Wolf. We got Stranger Things too.
That's right. And then
but like, I gotta go back and like catch up on all these matches because like I'm seeing people talk about like the Dewey orbs, and I want to see all these orbs.
Yeah. Like, basically, like the new metas, Dewey's Rangers Dire Orb was devastating. Like, everyone feared it across the board. That was amazing.
And we had, just to interject, we had like some different picks this time around. It used to be, especially if you watched the Quake World Championships and the qualifiers leading up to the Quake World Championships. And actually, even in the DreamHack qualifiers.
Yeah.
We had a very pretty set standard lineup of champions, right? But in Denver, I'm hearing like we had like
crazy
Ranger.
different.
Who else did we see?
Well, like the big ones for duel, Garpy single-handedly proved that Doomslayer
was the most picked. People say
is a big deal.
The Doomslayer, like Swan Song, a Swan Song. Shout out to Swan Song.
Shout out. Yeah, Doomslayer, and also in a lot of sacrifice matches where Sorlags were so OP for their spit, their acid coverage. We saw a lot of Doomslayers, and we saw Berserk on the Unlovables. I mean, playing out of their mind with Doomslayer Berserk. It was like every time it got popped, it was like 1, 2. Are we going to do 3? Or was it going to be like a quad kill with Berserk? Just playing out of their minds. Also, huge shout out to Unlovables, hailing from Canada and playing. I mean, it's like, who are these guys on the scene before this tournament? And
I love that too, that we're seeing so many like new faces and stuff. Like that's super cool to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, shout outs to Stack. Obviously, Team Liquid. You proved exactly what you came to prove. Also in the meta, all of a sudden you have Clutch. Like Dewey and Dehang playing Clutch.
I heard about this.
Amazing.
Yeah, Dehang's Clutch was Clutch and Sack.
I mean,
dude,
it
who would
really
have thought
was.
that like even if you went back like a month ago, who would have thought that we would have seen Clutch
that much Clutch play
in like a big tournament, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from picked champions, Clutch was on the lower side.
I know Dehang was putting in like the practice for that too, dude.
So I mean, it was an amazing tournament. Thanks to everybody watching on stream. You guys were awesome and tweeting about it and talking about it on Discord. And also coming up, we've got ESWC and the Italian Esports Open.
Yes,
are both happening next weekend.
Yes, we haven't talked too much about either of those, but we'll put some stuff up about that. I think you're working on like a tournament schedule thingy, right?
Yeah. I'm working on trying to get like a big public-facing, like a single place you can go to see results and where the tournaments are, how you can sign up, the timings and all that stuff. Because I know right now it's a little bit all over the place because there's literally tournaments happening around the world.
Because Paris Games Week is next weekend, and then the Italian tournament's going to be cool.
Yeah,
been hearing a lot of stuff about that.
Yeah, just to look forward to. So in the ESWC, you're going to have Razy, Sparty, Base, and Neutrino. All killers. That's going to be good.
All right, yeah.
But then Italian Esports Open happening the same weekend, next weekend. You've got Avic, you've got Cooler, you've got Hal, who's Sturmy's brother.
Vu is in there, I know.
You got Vu, you've got Cypher, who I haven't even seen play officially in a tournament yet.
Right. That's a big thing too. That's another thing. Cypher being in this tournament.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to see him at Winter, but this will be the first time we get to see him go up against people like, I don't know, Claus from 2Z, who ended up sweeping the World Championship, and also Kilson, who was fantastic in Denver. So it's a lot of good Quake coming up this next weekend. Not this weekend, Halloween week, but November. I think it's the 3rd and the 4th. Those are going to be going down.
People
so that's going to be
Hal.
It's going to be hype. Oh yeah, Hal's great.
Hal's coming. Yeah. Oh, so, someone asked too. How often are we planning to have these streams? Hopefully, it's every other week. So the way we figure this is, id has their dev stream. Yeah. Right, which is usually Tim and Adam, but sometimes
John Hill
04 is on there.
Yep.
We've been telling them like get some more people on there too, because like the team is really amazing. There's a lot of people you guys haven't seen, haven't been introduced to. I know like if you're on Discord, you've been talking to Sponge.
Yeah.
Sponge is in there. He drops some like programming knowledge.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, we've got an amazing team.
I think we should get some more people in on those streams. So the idea is that they will do a stream one Friday. We will do a stream the next Friday, but it's always going to be on Friday unless we can help it, unless there's something else going on. But we will try to be consistent and making Friday like Friday's like Quake Day, right? Like it's the weekend.
Exactly.
Let's play some Quake.
Yeah.
Speaking of, let's just like
let's hop in there.
Let's hop in there, dude. Because like we can talk and play. It's already been like 20 minutes.
We can
People
talk
are like I don't want to start getting like the snooze emotes over here,
All right, let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna jump.
Thank Quake, it's Friday. I love it. It's perfect. That's the tagline.
That is really good. I'm gonna just queue for deathmatch, team deathmatch, and sacrifice.
Okay.
I think I'm in Virginia
I would be
right
interested
now.
if we got some like sacrifice going.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Sacrifice seems like one of those things though, where unless you have the other ones ticked off, like it doesn't always pop because the other ones pop first.
It's true.
Is
And
that my
Sacrifice too. Yeah, I think that's you. With Sacrifice, it definitely is one of those modes where it's arguably a lot more fun to go in with a stack, like going with at least another one of your friends or 3 other peeps, so you can basically, be communicating and sort of like really experiencing the team thing. Because, with people that are playing Sacrifice, you can queue up solo and it can happen, but it's definitely like jump in Discord, either on Quake, QC, any of the ones that are going right now, and try to team up because it's just way more fun playing with actual, human beings you're communicating with. And sometimes with the voice chat, some people don't have their stuff set up right in game, so it's just easier to do it through Discord.
We play having that Discord there. Yeah. And although you and me, we sit like so the way our desks are set up, it's kind of funny. Everyone else in community kind of has like a cubicle, which works. But for us, we're on like this one long desk kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we have like no wall in between. So like whenever we play Quake, we're just like shouting call outs the entire time. Yeah. Like, oh, I've got
We're RA, actually like elbow to elbow.
Like, oh, I got the Mega, Yeah. And yes, I still call it RA. I know I'm probably not supposed to. I don't know if anybody actually cares over like brand or anything. If they're just like, no, you call it the.
I mean, when you hear their design decisions, it does make sense to simplify.
You call it the what again? What is it called? Literally.
I mean, that's what makes sense, though, right? It's like they wanted it to be that both armor is all green,
right?
Health is all blue,
right? It makes good sense for new players. If you are a brand new player coming in, we have all these color-coded weapons. We have color-coded health, and we have color-coded armor. So when you see something, you visually recognize what it is, you tap into it, oh, boom, that's armor. Wow, you had your sensitivity at 5?
Yeah,
that wasn't going to happen.
Sat at this computer, so this should be fun. Let me get my settings here really quick. And then
play at 0.3.
0.375.
I think I'm playing at like point.
Make sure my mouse is up to 32.
I think my sensitivity right now is like 0.9.
Vote now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I'm playing at like 800 DPI, so it works. It works for me. I'm still messing around with acceleration.
Yeah, I mean that's one of those things, right? That it's almost
you guys,
like
wait, hold on. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Like you guys, like Zigzag, Dat Flap, Acrylic. You guys are playing at 3200 or like?
I'm playing at 3200.
Oh, you're playing at 3200.
Yeah,
I thought they were saying like were you playing 3200?
Yeah, 375 or 376.
All right.
I mean, it's whatever you get
I'm gonna
used
move
to.
my knee so I'm not like.
Shout out.
Oh, hey.
We're doing a TDM.
Oh, this is really happening now. You're against Bus Driver. All right. Yeah. Good luck, man.
Guess I gotta really play. But yeah.
Is Twitch gonna give us loot boxes for watching this stream? You should.
Yeah.
Any stream, whether it's official or not, as long as you're playing Quake Champions, should give you loot boxes. That was a thing at TwitchCon too that we were getting to talk about. There's some really cool things with like extensions and stuff that people are making that would be really cool for Quake. So we'll probably look at some of that stuff. While you're playing, I am going to be like reading the chat. Last 2 days, the Twitch bot is dead. It's not. Drunky says it's not working. We'll look into that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's gone down on either end. We try to make sure that it's up. If ever that happens, please let us know. Like Drunky especially, I know you're in Discord, and if anybody else is on Discord, PM me. If you're on Twitter, @MortalEmperor, just send me a DM, or you don't even have to like DM me. Just like be like @MortalEmperor, hey, Twitch stuff is down. Let me know. And we will.
Anarchy with that gauntlet.
Anarchy gauntlet.
Stuff to do.
By Bus Driver. At it again. This is gonna be the stream, folks. This is just welcome to the Tokyo Punch Out. Getting gauntleted hour.
It's true, man. Gotta give it back a little bit. Alright, got me some dubs. Dubs.
No, we're not playing on controller. We're actually.
That's a good one. No binds.
I don't know. You know what? I saw a French player playing on controller.
Oh yeah, Bazooka Joe plays on controller. Great guy. Took him months to get it mapped out properly, but he does really well.
It works.
He does really well.
It works. Yeah. I saw some pretty sick like rail shots and things. Like, I'm surprised, man.
Yep.
But you know, if you're new to the Quake franchise too, you might not remember that Quake has been on consoles. You've been able to play Quake on. There was Quake on Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
What else was Quake on?
I think it was on.
Was it on
PS2 also? Yeah, I think it was Dreamcast and PS2 there.
Yeah, I know it was on Dreamcast for sure. I had a Dreamcast. I was one of those people who like waited out in line.
Dreamcast
$9.99 and got it, and then I had Quake. I wasn't playing Quake on Dreamcast, obviously. I was playing with an old gateway computer.
Bus is going full gauntlet only. All right, I gotta have an answer to that. I'm gonna get my gauntlet
Bus driver doing this on purpose to prove that Anarchy Gauntlet is a problem. Yeah. So you know what? Actually, that's something we can talk about. That actually came about in a design meeting this morning that we had with, Adam was there. We were talking to some of the Saber folks. So we are going to be changing up the hitboxes. Ooh, there you go.
That's a really nice shot. Teammate there.
We've been talking about this for a while with the. We've been talking about the blanket hitboxes. If you haven't heard what that's about, basically it's think of taking a character and draping a sheet over them. And that will sort of shore up the holes in where you can hit them. And that was the original idea, right? Because right now we have per pixel hitboxes, which means that if you shoot under Anarchy's arm or like through his legs, it's not hitting. And that feels really weird to people.
Even though it's funny because it's pixel perfect. I mean, that's what everybody basically wants, right? Because you don't want to have hitboxes too big where it's too easy to hit anybody,
there is a fine line between what people want in terms of like oh, it takes skill to hit somebody. Obviously, it should take skill to hit somebody. Obviously, we just shouldn't have like a headshot hitbox that's like coming down, to your chest or something like that, right? Obviously, that's not fun. That's stupid. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It's stupid.
It's foolish.
It's foolish. It's foolish. That's a better way to put it than what I put it. But basically,
so devastating. He's 19-3 right now, Bus Driver with his Anarchy Gauntlet.
Even if he wasn't doing the, if he wasn't doing it with the Gauntlet, it would be like way more frightening.
Yeah.
So.
That guy is just lagging out.
Oh yes, I didn't know we hadn't done them yet. I'm sorry. Oh, I did not know we were waiting for a queue on the giveaway. Let's do it. Let's
queue it up.
Let's do it. Do that giveaway. What do we get? Papa Smurf 323. All right. So we're giving away. Shout out to Papa Smurf. We are giving away some chests, some in-game chest codes. And then at the end, we're gonna do. Have we announced? We haven't said anything about it yet, right? We're gonna give away a champion.
There's gonna be a. Here's the surprise. At the end of the stream, we're gonna give away a full champions pack. So if you've already got one yourself, awesome. You can be the best friend of somebody that you gifted.
Yes.
But the full Steam code for champions pack.
Yeah, feel free to give those away. Oh, also that after I finish talking about the hitboxes, I want to get back to those. But we have a contest running right now.
We do.
I'll talk about that in a second. Don't talk about it yet. I want to finish the hitboxes because people are probably like in the chat being like, finish what you were saying about the hitboxes. We want to know about the hitboxes. So the hitboxes, we were actually talking about it today, and I don't think it's a problem.
I don't know if we should be revealing that. Yeah. I would just say that. Let's say
this. The way we are thinking about doing it now is, and I'm trying to be very, very selective with my words here, but still give you guys something to chew on. I don't want to necessarily be vaguer than I have to be here. Basically, the way it's going to work is that it's not going to be per pixel. As I said, you know, there's a discrepancy between what people think they want in terms of like skill stuff, but what actually feels good, right? By the way, nice rail.
Thanks, man.
So we are working on making the hitboxes a little bigger. We're working on making it so that it's a lot more consistent, way more consistent than what it is now. So. Yeah. You hopefully shouldn't have too many of these crazy instances where you're just like, yo, I hit that dude.
Right.
Why didn't it work? Vigi, they're not going to be like Tank Junior size, like, well, some of them.
I mean, unless the guy's that big.
Yeah,
right?
if,
I mean, it's still
like Clutch is still going to have
He's
like a big hitbox, right? They're not all going to be Tank Junior sized hitboxes. They will still be different hitboxes for different characters, like your lighter characters like Nyx, she is still going to have, you know, a smaller hitbox, but it won't be aggravating. I think that's the best way to put it. Like sometimes you think you hit a Nyx, sometimes you think you hit an Anarchy, sometimes you're going against a crazy Slash that like is crouch sliding all over the place, and you're like, dude, what the heck, I hit her, but you didn't. And I saw this video of like, it was a Twitch clip of someone who was playing. I think it was Dehang. It was Dehang playing Sorlag, right?
Yeah.
And he spits.
Oh yeah.
And the Nyx just kind of does this like Matrix Neo move, and none
It'd be
of
like a Trinity move for her. Yeah.
Sure. Well, Trinity couldn't move like that.
That's true.
Not
yet.
We're derailing.
I'm giving away the
much,
whole plot to
too much
Matrix.
Too much nerd
5.
stuff.
Now
we're gonna be like actually. But anyway, so like this clip of Dehang, he spits at Nyx and she just completely dodges all of it, and it didn't look like she should dodge all of it, and maybe that's partially like a particle effect thing, but it's one of those instances where in the future that should not happen, or that should happen less.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Damn, Tokyo, this guy keeps humiliating. Like that's not me saying that, that's Chili saying it.
Dark Chili?
Dark Chili, yep.
Shout
Dark
out.
Chili's in here. I like how Moobot is still like, casters are Machiavelli and Ketchup. We are clearly not Machiavelli and
I
Ketchup.
wish I could give you my best Ketchup. Oh dear!
Wow.
That's my best Ketchup.
Big damage! No, I'm sorry. I love those guys. They're so great. They make, you know what? They can make the most mundane thing in the game feel like super fun.
They can make an ammo pickup be like,
it's just like, oh my god, he got that ammo, like they hype it up, dude.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jahar, Machiavelli,
yeah.
Ketchup, Zoot. You guys did an absolutely amazing job for Denver.
I love that panel. I love that lineup.
It was really strong. Everybody's got such different depth. But
ever so slightly, yeah, that's another one. Ever so slightly.
But really, really, hats off. Awesome job.
Remind that rocket.
Gotta stop this guy from gauntleting.
All right, we got second winner is Kiro K1R0. Kiro, congrats!
Hey.
You got a chest, in-game chest code coming your way. So we're gonna, FYI, if you are the winners of these, we are going to be sending them out to you in a Twitch PM.
I really want
So keep an eye on your Twitch inbox after the stream. We will be sending those along to you. What else we got? What do we got in chat? RNG it so it drops to Vigi only. I mean, you've got a chance, right? Like you're still here, so it's
real cool.
Gotta follow the channel. Yeah, follow the channel. It's not by how much you chat, Dixie. It's that you are here chatting. So if you're here, you're following us. Thank you. You have to be following us. But if you're following us and you're here in the chat, and you're talking, you're active, it's good.
Yeah.
Pardon me. What did he get at the end?
Good game, everybody.
40 and 12.
40 and 12 with Gauntlet only. Gauntlet
you know what though? 18 and 10 against like a team with Bus Driver on it. I mean,
with Bus Driver Gauntlet only.
Yeah.
Not my finest moment, but yeah.
Why not?
Hats off.
Shout outs to Vanquish Light for staying in that game too.
Seriously.
You know, I always really appreciate when I'm just gonna like give a general shout out here. I appreciate when some players stick with a match, even if it's not going their way.
Oh yeah, because I mean, it's a lot of things, right? It could be that they're playing a champion they're not familiar with. It could be that they're new to the game. I mean, this game takes a lot to get used to, and it takes a lot to get your mouse stuff dialed in, to understand how your abilities work, your weapon switch. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts that go on behind it, as we all know, obviously. So it's one of those things where it's like you gotta respect people staying in there, even if they're not getting a sick KD. I mean, to get over a 1 in this game, it's a huge accomplishment. It's not,
and I'll tell you, you know, don't feel discouraged, because what you're not seeing is obviously we have a lot of players coming back
from previous
previous
and
Quake games,
Live especially,
right? And what new players to Quake Champions specifically aren't seeing are all the times that we have run up face first into that wall, right? Metaphorically.
That's a good point, yeah.
We've had, you know, since some people have been here since like 96 or 99, you know, with Quake 3. You know, some people have come in on Quake Live. So we've had time to level up these skills.
To get our beatdowns, to catch our beatings, and then
knowing what to do.
Yeah. I mean, so what do you think, what would you say we recommend is like one of the, you know, some methods to get good? And obviously on stream too. I mean, everybody's got
chime in. I mean,
everybody's got ideas.
Not really metaphorically, mate. We were destroyed back when. So yeah, I meant metaphorically, like running into smack into the wall, Dixie. But like, yeah, no, we got like torn apart.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
for years. But that's the thing. It's like it's finding people that you love playing with.
Yeah.
Finding people that are of a similar skill, find somebody that's better than you and train up with them. Find somebody that's a little worse than you maybe, or around the same level, and try to help them skill up. Right. Because there's so many things
we have an amazing community who is always willing to help teach new players, whether that is, you know, Zenaku putting out like his awesome videos or something.
Or like Rocket Jump Ninja showing all his, you know, I was just giving his other official name in case people didn't know him.
In case people didn't know who he was. Yes, Rocket Jump Ninja.
As just basically, you know.
There's Zoot.
We got Zoot and Swan saying, you know, get your mouse right.
Yes.
Practice strafe jumping.
Yes.
Learn maps, item placement, like where everything is, and
I
then
remember Zoot
how to control it.
Zoot, it was a circle jump tutorial you put out way back in the day, and like for Quake Live, I think. I remember watching that.
Zoot's got a really nice anarchy. I can watch him basically like just defrag videos all day long. Yeah. He's got a really smooth movement.
Make sure you don't use mouse wheel to switch weapons. There might be people. Real quick, Uber3Del, you are the newest owner of a shiny Quake backpack or chest. Sorry, chest. It's a chest. It is not a backpack. I'm giving you the 2 items. So yeah. Check
another thing I wanted to point out real quick. Congratulations on the chest.
Yes.
Noctis actually, in an interview at DreamHack Denver, had a really good little clip where he talks about his technique for doing rockets, basically like for rocket placement, as far as he doesn't look at feet, it's all prediction. He says, and I'm just paraphrasing here, I'm sure Noctis will correct me if I'm wrong, but the idea was that you wait just like a little half a second more than you normally do as far as your reaction goes, and you're able to land way more like precision-based rockets. And if you watch Noctis at DreamHack Denver, I mean, his rockets are beautiful.
I might have to try that.
Yeah. Shout out to Stack, too.
Decoder is in here. Really Nira is in here.
Yes.
Hey, Nira, how's it going?
Swan Song, what's up, buddy?
Who else is in? Who else is in here? Who we got?
Let's take a look. Let me look here.
Swan Song is in here.
Nira,
Jurassic Fire is in here. And then we've got Gannicus and Panini and Crosshairs.
There's Swanee with his Doom wings.
Right.
Doom Slayer wings. Trying to get his warm-up rail.
I got to play with Swan again.
Nice.
What happened?
Oh, nice. Might be. Did that completely quit out?
Did it completely quit you out?
Yeah.
No.
Looks like it did.
Okay, so Bugs on stream.
Yeah, bugs on stream.
But that's the thing, right? Like, so that's something else why we wanted to.
I think that was user error anyway. Sorry.
It might have been user error, maybe. But in case it wasn't, so that's another reason why we wanted to play on stream, because one, we want to show that we do play this game, so we do know about issues that are happening.
Yeah, of course.
So things like that, you know, obviously these are things that we're going to work on correcting, but like we're not seeing them, you know?
Yeah.
I think you're getting like taps on the
It's fine.
on the window. But
do another giveaway winner while we're
yeah,
let's do
while
it.
we're loading. Okay, I'm gonna mess up your name here. I think it's Gradfil. It's GR4DDFIL. So Gradfil. I'm gonna assume it's Grad.
A graduated version
like
of being grateful or something. I like
maybe,
it. Ooh, I can rejoin.
Maybe.
Let's do it.
Oh, cool. We can rejoin. I was gonna be like, dude, we can't get back in with like Nira and Swan and all these
we'll get
people.
back in.
Like Decoder is in there. Decoder, I don't think I've ever gotten to play with you, man. We need to play sometime.
Yep.
I don't think I've gotten to.
Okay, we're loaded back in here.
We're loaded back in.
This match
Not too big a discrepancy right now, right? Like that's at least a nice thing, right? Like if you crash out, you can jump right back in.
For sure.
But like I was saying, like these are things that we another anarchy with the gauntlet, dude.
It's a problem for me. I gotta get my.
I think it's a problem for a couple folks.
Here.
You know, it's a thing. It's a thing, and we've heard about it. You know, I mean, obviously, we've seen it before. It's a thing that's been talked about. You know, that was a pretty legit rocket.
Thank you, sir.
I wonder why it didn't give you. Maybe he wasn't like high enough in the air because it looked like he was jumping, but it might have just been anarchy on his board. I was like, why didn't it give you midair with that one?
Oh yeah. I don't know where he was in his jump. He might have already landed.
Yeah, it's a little hard to determine. Yes, as Yakumo said, they are looking at. So right now, Gauntlet basically treats everyone the same in terms of its range.
Yeah.
And it was based on, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was based on Soar Lag. I know it was based on like some of the bigger champions, right? So like if you were using the Gauntlet and you were up against a champion with a bigger hitbox, the range compensated a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But that carried over across the board for all champions.
Right.
So what we are looking at doing is making it so that the range of the Gauntlet will be different, you know, based on your actual hitbox and your actual champion. The other thing is too, just going back to hitboxes in general, like that's something we are, in case it wasn't clear from what I was mentioning earlier, we are altering the hitboxes independently of each champion. So we can go in and fine tune it. So it's not like, you know, if you think of a sheet, that's not quite what we're doing. We found kind of a better way to do it.
Let me fix this fight. Hold on. Just
Nice,
get one of those.
nice. You gotta get at least one if you're in it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
I feel like it's wasted unless you're running away.
I feel like I should have done a better
That's
job.
another thing.
Supermaning
Like people run away with that.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great
strategy.
Great defensive.
You do not have to pop
board
that
fight, yeah.
and think that you need to go all in and just start punching things. Use it to run away.
It works pretty well that way too.
A big part of skill in Quake is actually knowing when to disengage from a fight.
Yep, that's for damn sure.
Who was it? There was someone who was saying, maybe it was Swan. It might have been Swan.
Swan song, yeah.
Yeah, so someone was saying to me, like, or just in general, like the way you win at Quake is don't die.
Yeah.
And that seems like such a no-brainer.
No, but it's like pick and choose your fights. It's not just push forward all the time.
There's a lot of strategy involved.
Right now I'm using this to get the heck out of here.
Yep. Get away, see if that R is up. Boom, got it. Good. Zeta Geek. Zeta Geek just won. Congratulations.
Nice.
Awesome.
Congrats to Z.
Torzellen says optimize, balance, crosshairs, demos. Wants to know about that stuff. Optimization, yes. Champion balance, yes. Always, of course. That is ongoing. You know, as we figure out what to do with each champion, and a lot of that's based on your feedback. A lot of it's based on data too. So we hear you when you say like, oh, maybe this champion is OP, right? Let's think of like, you know, Swarlag, for example.
Yeah.
You know, people are saying like, oh, like this champion is OP, that champion is OP. Obviously, we look at that and we listen to what you're saying and what you're feeling about that.
For sure.
And then we look at data and see where that tracks, right? So it's not all based on the vocality of the sentiment. There's definitely that to it, and that usually alerts us that, hey, maybe there is something that we need to check out, and
Sure.
there is something that we need to look at in terms of, you know, numbers, or, you know, maybe it's something else with this champion that doesn't jive with people as well as it could.
Yeah.
And we're always looking at that. And then as we introduce new champions, we're also going to have to go back and look at balance there, because new champions coming out will have a whole new different set of skills. They will shake up the meta a little bit, and
Which is a good thing.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And you know, having these constant checks to our balance, and listening to all of you out there tell us, you know, I don't like this, I don't like that, I think this should happen. Oh, that was a nice rail, dude.
My boy Shwani. Thank you, dude. Get rid of all this spit.
Having all of you give us that feedback is a good thing. And the fact that we go in and are consistently evaluating is a good thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's very important. You know, you see the meta change for a lot of the champions. You know, game balance, things like that.
That was a pretty good exchange. We just went ability to ability there.
Why not?
Yeah, I had 2 health.
So you both got denied
Yep.
on that one,
We
which
both
is going
got
to be
denied.
cool.
Yeah. That's true.
Crosshairs, they're coming.
Yep.
I can't promise you when they're coming.
Not exactly sure. But we are working on a like a Q4 roadmap, which will be the first roadmap we've released, and it'll have a lot of really good info on it as far as like, it won't necessarily be dates, but again, Q4 is what, the next couple months.
We'll try to get, you know, as in depth in terms of like dates and time frames to expect things as we can.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to caveat that by saying that things change. That's the nature of development. When you are developing something,
Right.
there will be things that push other things back. Those things will get pushed back. Sometimes, you know, when we have like the October patch, for example, we had a lot of people saying like, oh, didn't they, you know, did they QA this, you know?
Of course we did.
and
Those dudes at QA.
I want to give a shout out, and like, but I also want to say this because I think it's important for players out there to know how the process works.
Sure.
Because we are in a time now where players are a lot more, you all are a lot more connected to development than ever before. You know, like way
Nice
back
shots,
with
man.
like, think of like old Quake.
Oh yeah.
You know, sometimes you'd catch someone on like IRC maybe. but
Right.
It was few and far between, right?
Yeah.
But that's one of the things that still has like an air of mystery around it, how that works.
Nice penny.
So whenever we release a patch, there's a ton of QA work that goes into it. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be checked out, needs to be rechecked. We have you know, like these successive builds coming out. Sometimes we get multiple builds within a single day.
Yeah.
And we need to try and reproduce a bug, and if it's not in there, cool. If it is, it's got to go back, right? And the way things sometimes, unfortunately, as much as we would hope they don't, slip through the cracks, is because, you know, if you have, oh, good game. If you have, like, thousands of people.
Panini representing. Oh, we got a new chess winner.
Do we have a new chess winner?
Yep. I'm going to say
Rivda.
RVDEH.
Yeah.
Revda.
Rivda.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Hope that chest is everything you wanted.
Right? Get some good stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, like I've seen our QA people up at like 4 in the morning sometimes when I'll like wake up in the middle of the night and I'll just check, you know, check our messenger and we can see what everybody's doing and talk to everybody. So like, you know, if there's an unfortunate outage or something, we're keyed in and I get alerts. My phone will wake me up in the middle of the night for that. But I see our QA team just doing a phenomenal job. And players, I would like players to know that you can only have so many like test computers in a QA lab. There's only so many QA people you can have, which is vastly dwarfed by the size of the Steam and BNet community. So you guys are going to see stuff that we might have never caught on our machines. And this is just the nature of PC gaming, right? There's so many different hardware configurations, software configurations, different things out there, different ISPs. We had that issue where we had some of our Canadian players had this weird issue where it was a specific ISP in Canada and they couldn't fire their weapons.
Right.
And it was like, this was bugging the heck out of us. No pun intended. But it was like, yo, like, why can't we repro this bug? It's just, it doesn't work. And so thankfully, a lot of people sent us their KSIVA numbers. They sent us, you know, their ISP information, and we started to see a pattern form out of that. And from that pattern, we were able to say, oh, think we got it. Cool. Now it's fixed.
Dixie wanted to do a shout out to Mortal Emperor's hairstyle. He said, dope hairstyle.
Right? Like, I had to rock the anarchy, dude. Like,
you're just flipping tables over here. Please don't flip this table. I'm playing on this table. Please.
Well,
actually,
I'm not the one.
It right here.
Yeah, I'm not the one playing.
That's true.
If it was me against Bus Driver, just you know.
Ooh, Tempest, nice.
When do you plan on releasing ranked mode, and how will it work? We can talk about that. Psychsor wants to know. Ranked mode should be before the end of the year. We will have different. It'll work pretty similar to ranked modes in other games, you know, other competitive games. So we will have different divisions. I think it's bronze, silver, gold, diamond.
Yeah.
And then there's an elite division.
I mean, they're still working out.
They're still working it out. Just FYI, a lot of this stuff is subject to change.
Yeah.
But yeah, you will go through and you'll rank up against people. You know, you'll have your MMR that goes up and down, and based on that, you will get matched with people and move up and down in brackets. Dude Von Dude wants to know if there are going to be seasons. I would like to say I believe so, but I don't want to commit to that right now. That's an Adam question, or that's more of a John question, I think, right? That's a John question.
John or Brandon, yeah, for sure. Oh, we got a new winner? Chess winner?
Agrinja?
Agrinja.
Agrinja. I feel like I've seen your name before. So Agrinja, congratulations. Sink and Tim already said yes. Okay, Decoder comes in and saves me on that one. Voodoo GTV, Instagib, and or defrag mode. Man, I would like to see a defrag mode.
That would be really cool, yeah.
I felt so awkward at QuakeCon. I don't know if he's watching right now. I kind of have to like slightly, I don't know if it's apologize is the right word, but like I felt super awkward because like the first time I met Adam.
Pyle?
Yeah, Sync Era. The first time I met Adam was at QuakeCon. And I was like, dude, I'm so happy. I'm like, I've been coming to QuakeCons, and now like I'm like part of the Quake team, and I'm like fanboying, and I'm just like, you know. And But then I kind of like launch into like asking him like defrag questions.
You're like, so
and I'm
anyway.
sorry about all the questions. But it was like, I was just like, so, well, because you remember at the time, wait, I'm trying to think, and correct me if I'm wrong, did we have the speedometer in at that time?
No.
We did not.
No, speedometer wasn't in at
The
QuakeCon.
speedometer was not in at QuakeCon. The tutorial was in.
Yeah,
at
tutorial
QuakeCon.
just got
Tutorial
added.
was in at QuakeCon.
I don't think
But I
speedometer
remember
was in.
talking about how difficult it is for new players
Yeah.
to figure out strafe jumping, because
yeah.
it's not something that's like
It takes
like
a lot
other
of practice for sure.
other games, you know, have different movement mechanics. There are other games out there that have things that are like bunny hopping or you know, some skill-based movement that requires like input on the player's part and some finesse, right? But strafe jumping really is, like, if you think of Quake, it's one of the things that you associate with Quake, you know? You think Quake, you think strafe jumping.
Oh, yeah.
Like this
Huge part of the movement.
crazy movement, super fast momentum, movement as attack and defense, right?
Yeah,
And especially, you know, coming in from the Quake Champions Alpha, we had seen so many people saying things like, it's hard for me to understand strafe jumping. I don't get it. What am I supposed to do? What am I doing wrong? We have some great community members, like I said earlier, who were putting out videos, but
Yeah.
it was just difficult for them to sort of wrap their heads around.
Right, definitely. It's a tough.
And we need to think about. We are thinking about, you know, putting tutorials in there. We have some tutorial videos in the game, but like an advanced movement tutorial would be a big thing. You know, we're looking at that tutorial in the game, not just the video tutorial, but actually like the running through the halls, shooting balloons
just took 4
tutorial,
rockets.
and seeing ways that we can improve that and maybe add on to that.
Yeah.
Depending on your skill level and familiarity
Yeah,
with games.
definitely.
But no, I remember the speedometer wasn't in there, and the movement key display around your crosshair
Yeah.
wasn't in there.
No, those both got added a little bit.
So I was
after, think.
asking him like, hey, have we thought about doing like a defrag bar so you could see, you know, where you're supposed to aim your mouse when you're strafe jumping?
Oh my gosh.
I always felt a little awkward about asking that question like it's the first thing, but
You're like, hey, nice
he
to
probably
meet you.
completely
Anyways.
he probably completely forgot about it until I mentioned it right now. If he's watching, so you know. But I would like to see it. There's no plans for it right now, though. I'm gonna be honest. There's no plans for it right now for a mode like that. You'd also have to think whether or not how valuable that would really be to players right now. It would be fun. But right now, if we're thinking about focusing on the base game, and that's a big thing too when we talk about modes at all, like we've announced that we are going to have CTF mode. Insta-Jib would be a fun mode if we were to look into that at some point. There's a lot of great modes and mods and you know, things that we could look at in Quake. Quake has a lifetime of these things that we can draw from.
Oh yeah.
But right now, if we're just thinking about the base game and getting people to understand the base game, what is Quake? What is how do you play this game if you're a brand new player?
Right.
We need to think about what is going to be valuable to them. Would a defrag, you know, mode or bar that shows you where you're supposed to aim the mouse be valuable? I don't know. Maybe it would. Maybe we can think of a better way to do that, though. That's the question. There's always, you know, there's always a chance that you can make it better somehow for people to understand. So, base game of any Quakes ever, get wrecked. Yes, that is very true. But like the end goal is after you have gotten wrecked so often that you are the one doing the wrecking, or at least a little better, right?
I mean, we're getting wrecked right now. I'm 0-14. That's the worst KD.
You're
I've
0-14.
had. Yeah, and I'm almost first place.
I've
on my
never.
Team.
I put you up here because I was like, yo, like we were talking, we were having like a not even a draw straws kind of thing, but it was like who are we gonna put in the hot seat playing the game? And I was like, Tokyo Punch Out's better than me.
That's very sweet of you to say. I'm very humbled by that. I'm
I'm
not
being
sure if it's
honest.
true at the moment.
Look,
but yeah.
if we're going by overall lifetime KD,
Yeah.
your overall lifetime KD is better than mine, right? So I was like, I'll let him do it. You know, I'll talk, and he can play.
I'll do the talk stuff.
Yeah. Go get 0-4. Yeah, you know what? Like we do. So in office, we do these sort of like Friday frag sessions, which is cool.
Wow. Nice shot.
With people here, and like I saw 0-4 hanging out in our little Discord channel that we have for that, and he didn't get to play unfortunately. But man, I was like dreading. I was like, oh geez, is he gonna join us this time? Because we're just gonna get wrecked. It's gonna be awful. Truett says Josh always cares on Friday. Pardon me. Yeah, that's true. When will matchmaking be based on skill level? So Pie Lover. And to anyone else out there wondering, it is actually based on skill level, and you know maybe this is something we'll bring on a dev to talk about. It is based on skill level. It's just the way it works now is given the pool size of players in there and the relative skill differences of players in there. It's trying to make a best guess assumption. You know, levels, I've seen new players say like, oh, it put me up against this level 30 guy. Levels have no bearing on your skill rating. You can come in as a level 1 person, and if you just like know your stuff, or you know you have pretty good reaction times at least, you know, you still have to learn things like map control. You have to learn things like maintaining your stack, item pickups, knowing when to back off, as we mentioned earlier, that kind of stuff. But like, if you have good mechanical skills and you're coming in, like you can still wreck someone who's like a level 30. So there's that. But basically, it's also trying to figure out what is the best guess skill ratings for all these players, and B, how to put you all in a match as quickly as possible, so you're not waiting around like, you know, very long queue times.
Sure.
So as queue times get longer, as you're waiting in that queue longer, it starts expanding the number of people who you can be matched with. So that's why you have some kind of, sometimes there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. But there's, you know, that'll get better with time. We'll look at some other things too, in terms of that. That is something we're aware of. Like we've seen the Reddit post where it's like, how does this happen? And you know, it's got people who are, it's clearly one-sided battles. You know, I think there's also, to be honest, like there's a little bit of confirmation bias sometimes there, which is, you know, if you're in a bad match, it's very memorable, right? Like, oh, I got stomped.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting stomped right now.
You're getting stomped right now. You're gonna, yeah.
I mean, my whole team just like started typing.
Yeah. So
it's cool.
So it happens.
Yeah, it's all good.
I think we would have to look at, you know, how much it happens, but that's not to say that it isn't happening. That's not to like marginalize that it is happening. There's improvements
Double
to be made
berserk
there, and it will get better over time.
Oh, we got
a bunch of tryhards on the other team.
Evil Cream, which is just fun to say out loud.
Jurassic Fire.
Congrats.
Come back, boys.
Got a chest code going out to your boy Evil Cream.
When do we get the code that we win? We will. Yeah. Oh yeah. Evil Cream just won. I was wondering, dude. I don't know how I missed that big like notepad right there on the screen, but I'm looking at the bottom because I'm trying to read like last line text, and I was like, no, you're fine. You're fine. But yeah, shout outs to Evil Cream. Zeta Geek asked when we're gonna get these. We will email. Oh no, not email. We will send you a message in your Twitch inbox. So we will send it directly to you on Twitch after the stream. We'll take the big list, print out a code, and get you going.
Yeah.
Tokyo running it down mid. Report Doom inting? Doom inting bus driver?
Yeah. I'm doom inting. I'm just going to combine those words. I don't know. I'm just doing it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Bus driver X is reported for too many good anarchy gauntlets.
-1 like a boss.
Yeah, dude. -1. What's up? Come
Rest in peace. I spy.
Straw carrying the team with one kill.
Even Zoot is getting on you, dude.
Yeah, dude, you gotta troll. I'm here to be trolled. That's the whole point.
That's and you know what? That's the thing I think that gets lost a little bit in Quake, right? Like, even if you lose, I understand that players get frustrated when they lose.
Yeah.
But you're gonna lose sometimes, man. You're gonna get that -1.
Like bringing down my KD. It's okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Still got some space.
You're still, you're still close enough
almost
to.
2. I think I was honestly 2 yesterday.
Don't drop too far, because then I'll be ahead in KD for you, and then I'll have to sit here in the hot seat. I mean, maybe I'll do it next time. We'll rotate. We'll rotate off.
For sure.
Negative per champion movement tutorials when? That is a good question.
I think they're working on tutorials for.
We're doing an advanced movement tutorial that's like generalized. But if you're asking for tutorials like a specific slash crouch sliding tutorial or a circle jump tutorial for anarchy, I don't know when we would have those. And like I said, there are a ton of community resources out there. Also, I didn't really get to say it, but there is, and I will find out what the actual Discord name is. I think it's like Quake Academy or
so
QCA.
Train's pointing out that he feels like a better Quake player because he saw my KD. Well, I'm glad, man. We all need to feel good.
That's
yeah, I mean, you're gonna have games.
You are making people feel
you go
good.
20-0. You're gonna have ones that you go whatever that was, -1 in a billion.
Quake baseball caps in my inbox. When Auto Despair. We should give away some of those hats, dude.
Yeah, maybe next the next time we do this, 2 weeks from now, we'll maybe have some codes and some actual
hats,
some swag, some hats.
We can get rid of some of those hats.
For
we
sure.
have a lot of hats, like just piling up.
I think this will be our last match we're gonna play. We're just doing a free for all, but at the end of this, we're gonna announce.
Deacon Frost hit the. Sorry to cut you off. Deacon Frost hit the nail on the head. Fun over frags.
Yep.
That's what it should be. Like
Amen.
The goal of Quake is not, like obviously. You know, you're trying to get frags. You're trying to. It
feels good to win.
It feels good to be at the top of the scoreboard. You know, it feels good to have like a good KD.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean.
Yeah.
You know, you're not always going to be consistent.
Yeah, I mean,
and as long as you're seeing like improvements. And even if you're not, even if you're just having fun, you don't see any improvements. You're just like, I mean, I would hope you would. We would hope you would. We want to help you guys with that.
Yeah. You know, it's a good idea though, just for this weekend. Get a bunch of buds that you play Quake with online, on Discord, on LAN, whatever, and jump into a free-for-all match where you play on one of the duel maps, like let's say Blood Run.
Do a custom match on like 8 people death match on Blood Run. It's like super
just
cool.
a blast.
We do that here.
It's really good times. Like maps that are not meant for that many people to be running around in are a lot of fun because there's nowhere to hide.
Tonti Amadillo wants to ask about raw input, raw mouse input. Now I know this is like a big thing for a lot of players. Raw mouse input. Again, I wish I had something more concrete, but like it is something, you know, that we've talked about. The dev team is aware of it. We would like to get it in. You know, it's a question of when. But we hear you on it. And I understand it. Obviously, raw mouse input. Like, you know, it's a pretty important thing for some players.
For sure.
I saw some of the country flags aren't in the customization. Are you willing to add the missing countries?
That's a good question.
Please, Archons and anyone else out there, please let us know what flags aren't represented.
Yeah.
Quake is a global game. We are a global community.
For sure.
Like, there are so many people everywhere playing Quake. And I would hate to leave anybody out. Let us know which flags. Like, again, Mortal Emperor, at Mortal Emperor on Twitter, at Tokyo Punch Out on Twitter.
Yep.
You can find us on Discord. You can find us on the Bethesda.net forums. You can post on the subreddit. That's r/Quake Champions on Reddit. You can post on the Discord, discord.gg/Quake. Any one of these places, let us know. Send us a direct message. I will see what we can do about getting you guys some flags. Are the new meshes tentative for November? No.
No, definitely
No.
not.
I'm just gonna come out and tell you. Like, there's no reason why I wouldn't say. So that's another thing. Like we want to be, especially coming off of that October patch, we want to be very transparent with you guys about what is and what isn't coming up and what to expect. There are some hopefully more performance based things coming in November. That's our big focus for November, is just performance. So you're not going to see a lot of content coming in. There might be, maybe, if we can squeeze it in there and it's stable, one or two things, but I wouldn't expect any new content in November. We are trying to work on performance, and I don't want people to think that this is going to be another like I don't want to come off of this stream with like the runaway expectation that, oh, November is going to fix all performance. This is still a gradual process.
For sure.
Like yesterday's patch, it fixed some things, and we're super glad that players are saying the game feels smoother.
Yep.
The game feels a little better.
Performance-wise, it definitely seems like a lot of people got a boost out of the non-drop frame thing. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So these are going to be incremental changes, but that is what we are looking at for November. It's just more of those changes, more of making it feel better. Merry Christmas, Merry X-hairs, Merry crosshairs. That's actually not, you know what, like, Transfer Mason, like, I'm gonna file that away in my back pocket because I like the name of that for like maybe an event or something.
Merry X-hairs.
just Merry crosshairs. I like that. I like that. What are your comments on the evidence that low FPS causes? I didn't see what that said. That was a frame rate thing. Low FPS causes lower fire rate. Yes. So we have identified the bug that is causing it, and it is a bug. And we are working on a fix for it in a future update. So it is already a fix in progress. Like that work has already begun. We've figured out what it is. Now we've figured out what the solution is. Now we're just making sure it's going to be good and goes into a build. But I think we're pulling another winner, maybe. Last winner? Oh, this is the one for all the marbles. This is the winner of the Champions pack.
That's right. So the Steam code for Champions pack, which is every champion now and forever released for this game.
That's such a cool thing.
It really is.
Like,
that was a big deal to get that to happen.
Yeah, that was a lot of
bugged out there for a second.
Bugged out a little bit there. You had a little bit of lag. I have 2 copies already, says Show Sharp. I mean, if you have a copy of it already, give it to a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you probably have a friend who's like, I want to get in on Quake with you. All right, we ready to announce this final winner? It just got pulled. So the full game winner of the Champions pack code on Steam is Objectum. Objectum! Congratulations.
Congrats.
You get it all, man. So that's gonna be the Champions pack. You're gonna get a Steam code from us in your Twitch inbox. Do not forget to check your Twitch inboxes, folks. We will do that right after this stream, which should be ending pretty quickly. I think we've gone a little over time, but I think the nice thing was we put this stream a little bit ahead of all our other streams today.
Yeah, so we wouldn't bump anything.
So yeah, because you know how it is. When you're actually like playing live gameplay, you just get in the moment. And like when we talk to all of you, we just get in the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if ever any of you have caught me on Discord, like I just sit in Discord sometimes, just like gabbing, just talking about stuff. Like yesterday was great because I just kind of got like, I was like, yeah, I got all the stuff I need to do done. I'm gonna sit in the Discord and just talk to players all day.
Nice.
Like that's fun. That's a blast. I love doing that stuff. You probably have a friend, copyright Moral Emperor. I mean, if you don't, go make a friend, right? Like, hop on the Discord. I gave you guys the link, discord.gg/Quake. Get on Discord, make some friends, man.
Exactly.
Like, everybody, this community is super friendly.
Yeah, sure.
Right? Like, that's one thing that I can always say about the Quake community. It is such a tight-knit community. And, you know, if you've never been to a Quake Con, if you're new to the franchise, talk to some players. Everybody here is a good person.
Oh yeah.
Discord link, Cyber Chaos Crew. Again, discord.gg/Quake.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually got that like nice URL, not the crazy string of like letters and numbers now.
The madness, yeah.
Yeah. So now I can actually remember what it is and tell people where to go.
That's right.
Will there be changes in mod support and map support?
I mean, not anytime soon, for sure. I mean, we're just trying to get the game as stable as possible and get out. You know, of course, there's a plan of champions and maps that we're trying to roll out here. Some of which are, you know, remix of classic maps and champions you might know and love, and others are completely new. So, you know, there's a schedule here that, for right now, you know, there's not going to be any mod stuff until we at least, you know, get the full experience that I think we had planned out first.
Right.
And then we can talk about that in the future for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's you know, it's something we can revisit in the future. But to add a little bit more clarity as to why. Because I hear a lot of people asking, like, why? The reason why is, one of the biggest reasons is, to do anything like that, we would need to create two pipelines. One would be getting the tools into players' hands and making sure that all of that stuff works and is easily, you know, easy to put into the game engine right now, right? Just all day,
Just
dude.
gauntlets for days.
Just gauntlet. Everybody is
I know I
like,
should just go to the
you got
dark
like
side,
a big
but
target on your head.
I refuse.
So so that's one pipeline. It's getting the tools in your hands and making sure that the tools are complete and working, and, you know, documentation, all kinds of things, right? The second pipeline is, especially for a game like Quake Champions, we would need to have a pipeline in place for getting those kinds of like mods and maps and things, you know, into the game and out in releases, and figuring out, you know, that's not even necessarily like I know people are probably going to ask things like, oh, why couldn't we just, you know, distribute it ourselves?
Right.
Well, I mean, there's some, with the way the game is, you know, there would be some technical hurdles about that. The other thing is just like, how should I put this? The other thing is just figuring out what the best way to even do that would be, right? And again, the pipeline of making sure it's integrated correctly. So there's concerns about that, but that's not, you know, again, it's something that once, as Tokyo said,
Nice shot.
once we get it where, you know, the game is in a good state, in a pretty polished state, we have all the, you know, the features and things that we want in the core game. It's something we can always look at. I mean, our community is insanely talented.
Yeah.
I know I've always loved like mods that I've played on, like,
For sure. And
I mean,
a
I
lot
remember
of
running
good
around with
games
like
came out of mods.
crazy models in Quake 3. I remember, like, you know, there are maps that spawned out of the community that became, like, you know, quote unquote standard maps, you know.
Oh, real quick to end, we talked about the art contest.
We did not talk about the art contest, and that should be what we end it. Yeah, I would love to answer all of these questions that everybody has, and we will be back, you know, in 2 weeks from now to answer more of these questions, because I had a blast doing this. Thank you all so much for coming out. This is totally fun. But the art contest is happening now until Tuesday,
Halloween,
yeah. October 31st.
You ever heard of that? You ever heard of Halloween? Yeah.
All
so
right.
just,
I don't even know how to like follow up with that. So
you might have heard.
Do you want to explain it? I'm like flabbergasted right now.
The basic deal is we want you to create new art for Quake. You know, make sure the biggest deal is you post it on Twitter and you do #QuakeArt.
Yes.
And we're gonna do, both of us and a third party from an external source are gonna do judging on it. But the really cool thing is we have some pretty sweet prizes, I think.
Yeah. So we've got, you see in the background here, we've got some of these Quake comic books. So we actually got one of these signed by everyone at ID, which is super cool. And these are actually, if you haven't read these yet, these are pretty legit.
Yeah,
like,
awesome.
I remember Tokyo and I went to a comic store over here and we just picked these up ourselves because like it was just like I want to know what's going on. Yeah. Like there's some these are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So we got that signed for our grand prize winner. We are also giving our grand prize winner a Champions pack.
That's right.
Second and third place will get a Champions pack, and then we have 7 runners-up, so 10 prizes in total, and the runners-up are going to get 3 chests for doing some artwork. So yeah, make sure you're following us on Twitter.
Right.
That's @Quake.
Yep.
@Quake on Twitter. Make sure you're following us. The hashtag is QuakeArt, and it just has to be a brand new pic drawn by you, whether it's digital, hand-drawn. Go nuts, have fun, and it has to be inspired by Quake Champions. There are literally no other rules to it. Like so it's pretty open. We have seen a ton of really cool fan art created in the past couple of weeks, and it sort of inspired us. Like this is really good what they're
we got to be able to.
So we want to spotlight your stuff. We want to give you guys some cool prizes for doing it. You know, something. And just let other players know, like, hey, like these players are making some really kick-ass art for Quake. Like, let's show it off.
For sure.
So yeah, check that out, and we'll have more creative contests in the future as well. This is not the last. This is literally the first one that we've had. So
that's right.
So yeah.
But yeah, without thank everybody on stream for showing up. Everybody's support on the forums. You know, Yakumo, all these guys that keep the lights on. And on Discord and on Reddit, thank you all so much.
Yes.
Keep the comments coming. You can always get at me at Tokyo Punchout.
Yep, and I am at Mortal Emperor on, again, Twitter, forums, Reddit, Discord. If you're posting on like
Facebook, you ever heard of that?
Facebook. If you're posting on ES Reality, I read that too.
Yeah, everywhere.
I read a lot of different places.
Yeah, but anyways.
Quite a different place. But we got to sign out before we get kicked out of here. So thank you all for joining us. It's been a blast. We'll see you all 2 weeks from now, next Friday, and we'll let you know we'll give you a heads up on whenever the next dev stream is. All right. Take it easy, everybody.
Love you guys. Bye.